God. Ask God.
Hey, Scott, I have a question. You guys are talking a lot about private label. Is there a way to buy stuff from AliExpress and then sell it onto Amazon without private labeling it? As in, I don't live in the United States. I live out in Cambodia. And so to get stuff from China sent to me here in Cambodia and then send it out to America would be, well, I wouldn't know how to do that. So I was thinking about buying stuff from AliExpress and then just selling it onto Amazon directly. What would be a good way to go about that? Thanks.
Hey, Jason, thank you so much for the question. And you may all be asking, how did I know that his name was Jason? Well, because I looked at the message that came through and you put your name in there, but you just didn't say your name. So guys, another little reminder here, when you leave a question, please do me a favor and leave your first name just in case I don't read the actual email that comes through with the question. So just do that for me. But Jason, great question. And there's going to be a couple of different things that you can do here. Now, anyone that's new or maybe hasn't even thought about this strategy, really what we're talking about here is taking products in AliExpress, okay, and then from there, launching them on Amazon, really to test the market and kind of test the product itself to see if you can get some traction. And a lot of times what you'll do is you'll launch the product, maybe 10 units, 20 units, depending, and then you'll run some pay-per-click to it and you'll see if you'll get some sales. And if you do, then you might be onto a good product or at least a good market. So it's definitely a great strategy. And I think that anyone that's dabbling or that's saying to themselves, well, I just don't know if I want to go out there and spend a whole bunch of money on product and inventory, this is a great way to get your feet wet. Literally, you can buy 10 units if you want, or even less, to just go ahead and test out a market. Now, you will be paying a little bit more, of course, because you're buying stuff that's, not at like a large quantity. And a lot of times, also, they know that you're doing that, so they're going to charge you a little bit more. Now, the question is, though, really, what if I'm an international seller and I want to have that stuff shipped to me, but then I don't want to ship it back into Amazon? Well, first off, if you're just testing the market, you still can do that if you want to. I mean, yes, it's going to cost you more, but again, we're in the test phase, right? We're just trying to get, product landed in Amazon so we can test out this product or this market. Now, again, if you don't want to do that, then that's fine. Then you'll probably want to contact that supplier and let them know that you're going to need them to ship into a certain address, and then you would just tell them that they would need to print the PDF that you give them. So you would create the work order for them, or the label, and then you would send them the PDF. Now, some people would be like, well, why would I do that? Then you're going to let them know that I'm shipping it in Amazon, then they may go start shipping it themselves. And this is a fear that a lot of people have. I personally wouldn't worry about it because honestly, a lot of these places, they just want to do the transaction like this. They just want to be able to have the product on their shelf, sell it to you, wipe their hands of it, be done, make that money. Some may go out there, and I think very few, but there may be some that are going to say, you know what, we should probably get someone that does this for us and launches these on Amazon. That's the risk that you're going to take. But again, we're just in the test phase because eventually you probably want to do some more stuff to this product to make it more unique and better. But I would reach out to them. A lot of people don't realize that, but you can reach out to them and converse back and forth. You can talk about design stuff even on it. You can say, listen, if I wanted to put my logo on this, could you do that? And 9 out of 10 times they can. You're just gonna have to buy more. Or maybe you have a custom box that they use. It's gonna slow down the process, but usually they can do that because they're interlinked. Like Alibaba, AliExpress, they're really the same company. It's just different division in a sense. But a lot of them will still private label, anything that you want. You just have to ask. Again, that's why communicating, getting that relationship started is really, really important. But that's probably the first thing that I would do. Now, if that doesn't work, then you would have to figure out if you could find someone in the States that you could ship it to, and then they would ship it in for you. There's fulfillment services that'll do that, but you're going to usually be paying more for that as well. So why not just ship it directly to yourself? So there are options there for you. I don't have like one set thing for you to do, but it sounds like you don't want to spend the money to send in the inventory if you had it shipped to yourself or to pay a third party to do that. That may be an issue. Again, anyone that's just starting, you got to understand you're going to have to free up a little bit of cash in order to do this. It doesn't have to be a ton, but you can't look at it like, well, they're charging me $4 for this unit, and now it's going to cost me $1.50 to get it shipped to me, and now I got to spend another $1.50 to get it to Amazon. That's way too much. In the beginning, we're just trying to validate before we go ahead and we spend a ton of money sending an inventory. So in this case, I would just figure out a way. And I just gave you a few ideas that you could use. So hopefully that helped. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business. And this way here, you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.